Welcome back to the stream, Eurovision family. So, we have updates from the national finals, and we have articles that we have since published. What is going on with y'all today? Happy Sunday, it is stream day.
I'm
Lili
sorry,
Loves, how we
what's going
feeling?
on with that intro? Like that cannons, the cannons you were using there.
That was my
Robotic?
superhero Rob voice, my superhero robot voice, as you know. Anyways, yeah, welcome back, you guys. We have updates and we have stuff to look forward to for next week as well. This was quite a busy week for us. You gotta say. Lily, I cannot hear you at the moment, but it's okay because you have
I muted myself because I had to sneeze. Sorry.
oh
Hello.
yeah,
Yeah,
we are one half in the COVID trenches today, you guys.
finally, after 4 years, I finally caught it.
Vanya, hi, it's always good to see you.
Hello, Vanya. Okay. Let's
So,
see here. Oh, sorry.
to get started, maybe like the articles, and then we can move on to all the other stuff.
Yeah, you want to go ahead and go over articles real quick? I
Yeah,
need
of course.
to pop off.
All right. So, hi, you guys. Alicia Michelle had written for us on the Eurovision fam site. Ireland decides to send the witch. Bambi Thug is going to Eurovision. So, Bambi Thug, we are going to talk about them. We are going to talk about the performance. We're going to talk about the great spectacle this was and what it can do for Ireland. But if you want to know Alicia Michelle's perspective, she had written an article about them and just kind of their prospects going into Malmo this year. This was so different. It was so exciting to see this kind of thing come from Ireland. We will definitely touch base on that in just a little bit. Uh,
Yep.
the other article that was published was just a little under an hour ago by yours truly. It's my article called Sanremo 2024 Meet the Newcomers. So, as with every Sanremo year, we have a collection of new artists and we have a collection of veteran artists who compete against each other. This first article is going to be highlighting the newcomers. So, the ones who have not been to Sanremo before as competitors. A couple of them have duetted or they've been guests before, but this is the first time that they'll be competing. And there's a really big, good, cohesive, long list of excellent artists, you guys. Their discographies are just it's incredible, and I'm excited to see how they bring out the big guns against the big acts. So, congratulations to the Sanremo acts. Go ahead and check out that article as well. Aria, what is up? We are back.
Yes, we are. I'm sorry. I'm like spacing out.
That
Um. Oh,
is all
wait,
right.
wait. Hold on.
So yeah, those are the
Um.
articles, you guys. We're gonna have more coming out, and when we stream next week, I'm going to be putting out the second article of the Sanremo acts, the ones that everyone is going to be familiar with. So yeah, the ones that have competed before.
I'm
Oh
sorry.
man.
I'm distracted by something. Okay. Sorry about that. So yeah, we have the Sanremo article and we have the article about the Bambi Thug article that Alicia Michelle had written as well,
Mhm.
that have popped up. Let me see here. Okay. So right now we have so those are articles that we have. We also had 2 interviews go up as well on the YouTube
Yeah.
channel. So the first one was what I did with Miss Caffeina, who are competing at Benidorm Fest, which we'll be talking about in more detail later on today.
Hmm.
And that is about their song "Blah Blah Blah," and also their just kind of the process of coming into competing at Benidorm Fest. The
Hmm.
other one we have up is Susanna Alexandra, who's the vocalist from Cyan Kicks. She's competing in UMK in Finland. And that song is, that interview was done by Elda, and you can check it out. It's kind of going into detail about different things about like their song and choices and like competing in UMK again after they came so close. What was it, 2 years ago? So it's another
Hmm.
interesting read
Yeah.
to
Go
watch.
ahead and check those out as well, you guys. And in those articles that you see, there's going to be the video link attachment as well, so you could just watch them.
Okay, yeah. And then also we have kind of that's about it as far as their articles and stuff go. Of course, at the EurovisionFam.com. It's a great site. Check out the YouTube and you'll be able to see all that as well.
Mhm.
So on the community page, I told you guys gotta subscribe so you can keep an eye on that community page. We ran a poll, and this poll was just going over the 4 songs that had been released prior to this weekend that we know are going to Eurovision. The poll question was like, which of the 4 is your favorite? And we have a result from our viewers here. So we have Mon Amour by Salman was one of them, and then we had Zemanadora by Bessa, Pedestal by Aiko, and then Veronica by Raven. And these poll results are basically Salman, Bessa, Aiko all tied for joint second place with 15% of the vote. Veronica kind of swept with 55% of the vote. So by far the most popular one on our site. 1 second.
We are witchy. We are going witchy this year. If 55% of the people voted for Veronica, then so far it's looking like it's going to be a pretty witchy year for us. And it's going to get witchier from here. As you continue to watch the stream, you'll see just how witchy things are going to be.
I mean, let's get witchy because we can talk about what happened in Ireland. Ireland decided to hashtag send the witch. So Bambi Thug won in the Eurosong for the Late Late Show, and they won decisively, I would say. Like
they won very decisively.
Seeing both the Irish jury and seeing that the Irish public both voted to put them in number 1 was kind of like, okay, so Ireland wants a change. Like Ireland themselves want to see something different done in Eurovision from the country.
I mean, like a man once said, we might be different, we might be unique. And Bambi Thug brought both those elements, but they also brought a whole bunch of other, like a lot of unpredictableness. One thing that I really love about the Irish entry this year is the fact that no 10 seconds sounds exactly the same. Like it moves, it progresses, it's so dynamic, and it frankly feels so short when you're done listening to it. But I believe it's the author Mary Oliver who said a book is always too short if it's really good.
Okay.
I believe it's a Mary Oliver quote. Oh my gosh. But
like this quotes, like it's English literature class. Let's go.
Swirl my tea.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, so Bambi Thug, I love this song. I'm really happy that it's the Irish entry. I haven't looked. Well, I mean, like we're still need to figure out what semi and everything Ireland's going to be competing in. We still need.
We'll find that out this week, baby. We got that.
We'll be finding that out this week. I do believe Tuesday. I need to fact check that though.
Yeah.
Semi-final allocation draw. I can't believe it's already on the horizon, but we're 100 days under, you guys. It's literally 100 days to the contest at this point.
Yeah. So. But yeah, no, I know what you mean. I'm over the moon. I think that like this is the best choice Ireland has to qualify because at least it's something daring and different. It's something that's like unexpected, and
yes.
It lends itself so well to staging. Like, I'm not gonna lie, my expectations going into watching the live performance of this was like in the gutter. I was like, this is gonna be a mess live. Like, I can't see how this is gonna work. But even with the limited budget and a limited space that they had, it was definitely elevated, like dramatically elevated from what I thought we were gonna, have going into this. Same. Vocally, they sounded great. Like, I wasn't expecting the vocal to be so good, even though the audio was terrible that they had
the mixing was bad. The mixing was quite bad.
Terrible mix. We have an interesting visual with kind of like the demon puppet things going on. Keep it interesting there as well. Yeah, like no, it's great.
I love the shrieking. Yeah, I love the shrieking.
Great. It's great. Like it's
catharsis.
Yeah. And I think it works so well because like in the song it transitions between like that softer to that more chaotic thing going on, and it's like an interesting take on like the kind of topic the song's
it's about, polarizing, but it doesn't feel disjointed.
Yeah,
which is really hard to nail, and I really applaud Bambi Thug and their effort to put those two elements together in a way that's just very, very cohesive.
Yeah. Okay, and then we have a comment from Arya Winning Son. I'm proud and so happy for Uncle Bambi. They deserve the world. I've had multiple conversations with them, and they're just an amazing down-to-earth person. I can't wait to see their staging.
Oh my gosh. If that was their staging just in Ireland, just with Late Late Show and 2 ERL, can you imagine Can you imagine what it could? Okay, so one fear I kind of have, if anyone remembers Jamie Lee's Ghost from 2016,
Oh
I'm
goodness.
scared of that. I'm scared of receiving that. Like trees and lasers, I don't want that.
I have lots of thoughts about Jamie Lee's Ghost and how that was staged. Um,
Oh,
I
I
have
love that
lots
song
of
though.
thoughts about that. I'm like, yeah, you're in Decora and you've got like this kind of like witchy dark background. Why didn't you just wear something that was like more dark Decora? Like, I'm not saying you can't wear Harajuku fashion,
Hmm.
baby girl. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like let's not wear Decora. Let's wear like maybe some gothic Lolita, maybe some Mori. Ooh, Mori girl would have been really nice. Dolly K. I'm listing all these different styles because it's like I'm deep in the J fashion trenches. Like I know, and it's like, is that really what you're gonna do there? After we have a comment from Augusta Dominguez, I will need some extra time to better grasp Ireland's entry from Almo, but I'm here for the witch.
Same, same.
Yeah, well, I'm here for the witch, but I think it's like it's polarizing. We'll see what happens. Maybe maybe they'll completely win you over by the time we get there in May.
Hmm. Yeah, which I think could happen, and also there's space for a revamp. There's enough
Yes,
time for a
there is
revamp.
space for a revamp. That's one of
So
the
when that happens, I
positive
hope.
things about. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, when the revamp happens, I hope they don't strip back any of kind of like the, I don't want to call it abrasiveness, but the dynamism. I don't want them to strip back on the dynamism that comes from the chaos of it all. If they go the revamp route.
Yeah, totally. Totally. So let's see here. Just trying to like think here. Let's go on to talking about a result from last night. So we have a
Okay.
winner from Luxembourg's first national final in a long, long time. The winner was
Woo!
Tali with the song Fighter.
Mhm.
Um, easily topped the jury with the idea, like, easily topped the jury. Came second with the televote. Crick, who got our second place, she came second with the public vote. Oh, sorry. She came second with the jury and first with the public vote.
Mhm.
And then rounding up our top three were, oh my gosh, I forgot to write his name down.
Joel.
Yes, Joel.
Joel got
Joel.
third in the televote and in the jury.
Yeah, so quite low compared to everyone else.
So,
I'm gonna say
Tolly. Yeah, Tolly.
it was an interesting show. It was a lot. I'm like, how many more Eurovision winners can we shove into this show?
Well, I already know that like Alex had that wrinkle remover ready for the vest.
Oh my gosh.
Like he was
Steam
ready to
dry.
go.
Where's this steamer at? Like just every time. I'm not gonna lie. I was very happy to see Vicky Leandros. I'm very happy. We also got to hear L'Amour Bleu because that's my preferred of her entries.
Mhm.
Don't get me wrong. I still love Après Toi, but L'Amour Bleu, love that.
They're both
Um,
excellent 70s hits.
oh yes, and they won back to back. Like, come on,
Mhm.
you know. Um, that if so, Peter Hodge says that was like a mini Eurovision show, so good.
It was unexpected.
Honestly, it was. I was like, oh, because I had heard that like Alexander Rybak was going to be there. I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
care about Alexander Rybak, whatever. But I was like, oh, Katrina's here, Charlotte's
Mhm.
here. Okay, like let's go. Um,
And the broadcaster like hosts were like, "How do we win Eurovision?" To all of them.
I mean, hey.
It's
Also,
valid question, I guess.
the fact that it was in 4 different languages, I'm like, okay,
Hmm.
here we are, guys, watching a national final in 4 languages.
Hmm. The entire country was in that arena.
I
All
mean,
like
I'm
400
sorry.
of those people.
Side note: when I was watching like the weather map, I was like, why is this weather map so detailed? This country is smaller than like the county I live in.
No, had the same
Like,
thought. Had the exact same thought. It's like, why am I looking at the wind directions from this house to that house? Like,
like, okay, all right, let's go. Ooh, it's just one of those things where it's like, that's okay, that's pretty detailed there.
mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, for a country that's smaller than the city I live in.
yeah, no, for real. And then Augusta Dominguez says the special appearances by ESC winners and Luxembourg show were iconic, really iconic.
Take me to your heaven.
I'm sorry, I just had a thought.
Hmm.
Can like the entirety of Luxembourg fit in the San Francisco Bay?
I When you say entirety of Luxembourg, are we talking geographical or the population? Because in both cases, yes.
I'm sorry. I had that was like, yeah, sorry. Just
Luxembourg, I pretty much know for a fact is smaller than the county I live in.
yeah.
Population-wise, it's smaller than my city, and I live in a very small city in the Bay Area. But just so I could provide this knowledge and just so you all know, the SF Bay Area is a very densely populated area. It's like San Francisco and kind of like the metro area surrounding it, including like Oakland, San Jose, Santa Rosa, all of those places. It's all just kind of like a big connection hub area. So yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm like not fascinated. Sorry. You know what? Let me put that down and we'll look at that later. Sorry, got distracted.
No,
So
we gotta
yeah,
fact check that. But yeah, anyways.
we have a winner. Our winner was Talia with Fighter.
Mhm,
Honestly, I totally see why she won. I'm not gonna lie. I think that that
mhm.
was staged really well, and that she put on a real good performance as well.
Yeah, it was the most cohesive performance. The choreography was sharp. The camera angles were tight. The vocals were, I think, the best out of all the ones that performed. There were definitely some performances where it's just like these vocals really are not it. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, and she has like the performer quality where it's just like, okay, yeah, this is ready for Eurovision. I am not really feeling the song. I'll be honest with you, the song does not quite strike me, and I'm not quite sure why. Like as a song, that's the reason. It kind of feels like I feel like the verses kind of give me like MGP, kind of like songwriting camp from Scandinavia, and then we hit the chorus, and then it's like, oh, okay, we are
yeah,
in we're somewhere completely different, and I think the chorus is a lot less fascinating than the verses, and then
yeah.
there's kind of like this piano stepping part that happens in the chorus that I found absolutely grating, that like da 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 da, like yeah, I'm just not a fan of that. Maybe with a revamp this could be kind of like honed in on, but yeah, I'm not really feeling the song right now.
Sorry,
It's performed very, very well though, so that I guess could enchant me a tad more for the Luxembourgese odds.
I keep pushing away my dog. Sorry, he's like just being really.
Attention seeking.
Ow! It hurts. No, he's trying to get into the cat's food. Um, get down.
Trouble.
Get down.
Trouble,
Thank you.
trouble, trouble.
No, I'm sorry. I think it was probably the strongest overall package we got last night. So I told, like I said, I totally see why it won. I think I'm also in agreement with you, but to be fair, everything that competed came off as very much like Andre Johnson at Melfest. Like all the songs were giving Andre Johnson at Melfest.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Um, yeah, I would say at least half of them gave that Andre Johnson vibe, which isn't a bad thing. We have to remember Luxembourg is coming back after like 30 years. They're still figuring it out again. So you do have to take it with a little pinch of salt over the fact that their music industry isn't exactly like collated yet. I just had to like, take a snack right now. I'm sorry, but yeah, with the Luxembourgese music industry, I think we're gonna see a lot more cohesion in later years if they continue to go with uh, participating in Eurovision, because more singers are going to be attracted to it, and it's not going to feel like we're back at Eurovision kind of national final. You remember when Australia Decides was getting started, and they were just like, "Oh, Eurovision, Eurovision." That's just how they were. It's because they were starting. I cannot hear you.
Sorry, I had a blow my nose, so I was on mute. So I'm looking at the songwriters list, and it's a lot of Swedes, a lot of Swedes.
Mhm.
So it kind of makes me a little nervous because I feel like, well, again, it's the first year that they've come back. It's kind of doing the same thing like Eurosong did the last couple of years, except for this year, or the way like the British national final would go, and they would have it, where it just seems like a lot of Swedish songwriters.
Mhm.
And people going, oh, well, this is by a Swedish person. Sweden does good at Eurovision. We'll send a Swedish song. That kind of a thing. I think I would rather have seen Luxembourg go with an internal selection, maybe. And just kind of like hone it on something that was like really good or like really special.
Mhm.
Um, but you know, it's their first time back in a long time, so why not go for the national final? And at least we got a really good shot of everything.
We did, yeah. Like when it comes to actual shows for a national final, they really made it a spectacle for everyone to see. And I'm really grateful for that because it shows
Yeah.
that they still love the contest.
Yeah. Now I said it's like a lot of sweets, but I see Elsa in here, so Elsie Bay in here too. So
Elsie Bay, oh, always the bridesmaid.
always the bridesmaid, never the bride. So yeah, that's that.
That's Luxembourg. Yeah. So we have Tali.
I'm sorry. Here we go, Peter Hadich. People already wanted that folk band that was an interval act representatives in the future.
Who were
Honestly,
they? They were
I
fantastic. Who
would
were
have
they?
loved to have that. I
Yeah, they were
honestly,
great.
I was slipping it out of consciousness at that point. So like I don't remember like what they were called.
They
But I
were
was like,
great
oh
though. I
sheesh, this is
enjoyed it.
good.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm always like, I want more like folk music from Western Europe. I feel like we need that, a little more of that.
Yeah.
It's
I
always
mean,
fun to me.
Eurovision, please trend back in that direction in the late future because the near future doesn't promise that.
Let's do that. Like, can I get some like weird Bavarian men from Germany and Lederhosen with an accordion?
Hmm.
Yeah, sorry.
That are just good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to talk about what's coming up next. We're going to just hit on Denmark and Song by Camden for artists that got released this week. Let me pull that up. Let's start with Denmark and That's the Melody Grand Prix. So I have Aura Dion, who will be singing Mirror Ball of Hope. That's a weird song title, sorry. Basim is back. He represented Denmark in 2014. Was that the year that I hosted? Was that 2014?
Hold on. I missed it. Say that one more time.
Basim. He
Yep,
was the Eurovision act
2014.
for 2014.
Yeah, he was the host in Copenhagen. The first host act I ever saw, and I love that song so much.
Honestly,
Gosh.
we all know how I feel about Denmark at Eurovision. He's one of the few Danish Eurovision entries I can excuse. So I'm happy to see him back.
My sister and I had a dance routine to that song. Anyways.
Oh, that's cute. Then we have Choo Choo, who's going to be singing The Chase, Zoom Zoom. That should be interesting. Giannis Wilberg with I Need Your Love. Rosie Lou with Real Love. Saba with Sand. Stella with Sign Here. And Ublu with Planetary Hearts. Very evocative title there as well.
So have you heard any of these songs yet? Because I have heard one. I've heard exactly one. And I really, really like it.
I haven't touched any of them yet. It's Denmark, so I'm putting it off as late as possible, and then I'll listen to it. Like we know how you feel about Denmark.
You start off with cold feet. You start off with cold feet.
The issue with DMGP is every year there's one song I really, really like, and the rest I hate. And what ends up happening is the really good song doesn't win. Like if Denmark wanted to do well at Eurovision, they would listen to me.
You need to fly out to Copenhagen right now.
No, I'm good.
You need to.
I'm not allowed in the country. They'd be like, this. No, she can't come. She can't come here.
They'll do one Google search of you and then find all the ways that Denmark has pissed you off.
Yeah, they'd be like, well, what if we told you we have the resurrected spirit of like we got Tommy Seebeck's ghost to come write a song. Okay, maybe Denmark. But if it wasn't for that, let's not.
Yeah, and I don't even so his son Rasmus Seebach is an excellent musician. I don't see him ever coming to DMGP, which I've been hoping for literally 10 years, and it's not going to happen. I've just accepted that. One song though. Okay, so the song that I did hear and I really, really like, Saba Sand.
Okay.
Hear me out. This song it's Danish Schlager, but it's like dark Danish Schlager.
Okay.
And it has an explosive winning moment.
I might be into that because we know how I feel about Schlager. Again, I'm down with the Schlager, but we'll see what happens.
It's very surprising.
What happens? I'm sorry. Arya posted a lyric for one of the songs. Lily, are you saying you don't absolutely stand? I was gonna marry him, but he was really gay. What song is this?
I was gonna marry him. This was I believe, either last year or 2022.
Okay,
22. Yeah, it was 2022.
I didn't realize that was a lyric in that song.
No, I think the lyric is, but he ran away. It was like he was really gay. Okay. Hey, in Denmark, like anyone anyone could just end up being gay. Have you seen the amount of mullets in the country? Have you seen just the sheer amount of mullets?
I feel like Australia has more mullets. I have a
But
cousin who named her
let's do
son
a side by
mullet.
side. Let's definitely do a side by side. No,
So yeah,
no haircut gets more a rise out of me.
I like a mullet. I like, especially on a lady. Ooh, a lady with a mullet. 10 out of 10. Very
A
hot.
lady with a mullet above a man with a mullet for me,
I like a
definitely.
mullet though. They're nice. I'm happy they're making a comeback. Mostly because I just like interesting people. I like people with interesting style.
Mhm.
And like a mullet's interesting. I'd rather see that than like that high top fade Hitler Youth looking haircut that was popular.
That is true. At least someone with a mullet, it's just like you probably have a personality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you're not just looking on Instagram like what looks kind of professional. Okay, this one. Especially a
Mm-mm.
dyed mullet. Ooh.
A dyed
Now I'm
mullet,
thinking
then you're probably fun.
no, because I
Then you
was
probably
tempted to
make
get
the
a
best
mullet.
latte.
An acid green mullet. Hot. Um, let me see here. Aria said my favorite is Mirror Ball of Home. I don't really enjoy Ara's vocal on that. Oh, I did really enjoy Ara's vocal on that song. Okay.
Okay. I need to listen to that. Again, I've only listened to Sand, so I'm excited to
I
hear
ha-
the others.
I have heard nothing. Peter says, 1 second here. Yeah, Saba is my favorite. Probably only song that grabbed me. Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
So that song will come last. Because it's the MGP.
Oh no. Hey, Ireland had a come up this year. Ireland had a come up. Who knows? Denmark, they might follow right up underneath. And Germany too. Counting on y'all.
I have more respect for Ireland at Eurovision than I do Denmark. I have more respect for like Germany at Eurovision than I do Denmark. Because at least Germany was good back in the 70s. And the 70s was a great decade because Denmark wasn't there, so no.
You're never gonna be allowed in that country. You will
No,
never be allowed
it's
in
okay.
that country.
I don't mind. They can hate me. I have nothing against Denmark as a country. I have issues with Denmark at Eurovision. Okay?
The choices they make are just
They gave us Lego. They gave us Hans Christian Andersen. Both things I enjoy.
It took me. It's really sad. It did take me a while before the stream to remember what Denmark
Yeah,
sent to
I'm sorry.
Liverpool.
I'm sorry. This is true. My favorite Eurovision entry of all time is Danish. So that being said, yep, that's true,
Hey,
Aria.
you
Aria,
you
you call me.
you that might get you like a day pass into Copenhagen.
Yeah, I'm sorry. 1963 was the peak. Dansavis, amazing. Still sounds great and fresh today,
Mhm.
but like, it's been downhill since. All right. 1 second here.
Literally for like 60 years, it's been downhill. Oh goodness, but yeah, we can look forward to Denmark. I definitely will be looking forward to Denmark more than Lily. So
Yeah. Let's talk about Song McKepnin.
yes.
Because we got the Song McKepnin artist last
Mhm.
night, whatever it was.
I'll read those off for you guys.
Thank you.
So, you guys, we have Song of a Captain again. And they have been, the singers and their songs have been allocated into semifinals. So I'm going to go ahead and read those off. So, competing in semifinal 1 in Song of the Captain will be Seastone performing the song Row, which means flow. Blankifleur with Xiao Thay, I believe, which means love you.
Okay.
Anita with 1 T singing Sting 'em Off, which means downfall. Sunny with Fidrildi, which means I don't see an English translation. All right.
So there will be no English version. Heck yeah, I like it when there's no
Heck
English
yeah.
version.
And Vibe who'll be singing Biomund, and that means movie scene. Semifinal 2. Hera Bjork. Mother Hera Bjork is back, y'all.
Back.
Hell yeah. She's singing Vid forum Hera, and that means scared of heights. Oh, interesting. That is interesting. Heidrun Anna is singing Thjakadur af Aust, and Thjakadur af Aust means. Oh, there's no English translation for that one either. Oh, yes. Oh, 2 Icelandic entries so far. And This is interesting, you guys.
And there's only
So
2 Icelandic entries.
competing in semifinal 2 is the singer Bashar Murad. If you're familiar with a collaboration with Hatari, the 2019 representatives of Iceland, he did after the Eurovision Song Contest had happened. That was a really good song. It was called Cleffi, and he is a Palestinian music artist who has just been putting out record after record after record, bop after bop. He is an excellent musician. His song is called Vesterið Vilt, and Vesterið Vilt means Wild West. Song number 4, Sigga Usk from last year, who gave us that kind of BS Whitney Houston number, but I loved it anyways. Alan Alamain, and Alam Alamain means into the atmosphere. And rounding out the second semifinal is Maya with Fuga Bort. Fuga Bort. Oh, wow, I love this language. I love this language. It means
I
breakaway.
do love Icelandic. Yeah, I do really like
But
Icelandic.
leave it to a native to speak the language. Those are the semifinals and the competing acts, you guys. I'm excited. I'm really excited for Song of the Captain. This is gonna be great.
Honestly,
Hera, mother.
Mother Hera's back.
Yes.
Always happy to see her.
Sigga,
Even as a backing vocalist.
I still say revenge for Sigga. I love you, Delia. I love Power, but revenge for Sigga.
I'm sorry. Delia is like my daughter. I feel happy. I love her. I remember last stream I was like, I have a theory about what's happening in Iceland. I was right, but he's back as a songwriter, not as an artist. I thought he was gonna be an artist.
Hey,
that's okay.
You read that in the clouds, and you were right.
I did, because I've been like looking at his Spotify. Like, you put out a lot of music, honey. What's going on here? Yeah, no, I'm pumped. I'm ready to go. Like, I have listened to them briefly.
Okay.
I think that there's a lot of potential. I've listened to like a recap of all of them.
Okay.
I like most of these songs.
Yes, we're back to a good Song of the Captain. We're back. Oh my gosh, like 2016 Song of the Captain, I think, was the best national final of the year. I really hope we get back on that vibe, because Iceland, you got an industry, you got sound, you have diversity, you have it all. Just bring it.
Well, the thing is, with Iceland, everyone in the country is a musician, basically. Yeah, no, like when it comes to Iceland, I think this is a good national final from them. I tend to like Song of the Captain anyways, because I tend to really like a lot of Icelandic music. And Song of the Captain does actually kind of sound like the music industry of the country. You know, because I swear everyone in Iceland is in a band secretly. Yeah, no, this is a good one. Like, when I went through and listened to the recaps, there were no songs. I was like, oh, absolutely not. So I do have good. I do have good expectations for this. Yeah, I know I have higher hopes for Iceland than I do for like almost any other Nordic most years. And they've been on a good streak lately. They have.
Iceland, yeah. Especially like, since Dadi, since the impact of Dadi, it's been, or no, Hatari. I got to give that credit to Hatari, because Hatari is what kind of like launched the Dadi sphere, and that was fantastic.
Well, like, honestly, I think Dadi should have went. What year was that he sent? Is This Love? Was that 2017 or 2018?
That was 17.
17. Okay. Yeah, I would have loved to have seen that instead of what they ended up sending in 2017. 2018, I could not stand that song, but I do love Ari. I love him. He's a sweet boy.
We all have a choice that we can make.
Dire. Terrible. Honestly,
that song should not exist. It shouldn't exist.
Honestly, going between Ari Olafsson and Hatari is like going between whatever Ireland sent last year and Bambi Thug this year. It's like the same kind of like radical shift.
But hey, look what happened. Hatari got an insanely amazing result, though. They got like 7th, and that's incredible.
Oh, I hope Ireland does well this year. I really do. Yeah, so that's about that with when it comes to Song of the Captain. We'll talk more about them later on in the season. We just kind of wanted to touch base since we have the titles and everything released.
Yeah.
So Melody Festival kicks off next week. Already, we know who who the interval act is. Which, real quick, the interval act is a certain band from my youth and my childhood, and I'm gonna just pull up. Where's this little share screen thing? Present. Share screen. Let's share. Sorry. We'll share the screen. If it lets me show the whole screen. It does not let me show the whole screen. Never mind. I was gonna just show you all um, what my Wi-Fi network is called that I'm
What's your
currently
Wi-Fi
on right
network
now.
called?
It is called 18s was underrated. That is literally the name of my Wi-Fi network I'm on right now. So, needless to say, I am very happy to see that interval. Um,
18s. Anyone who remembers the turn of the century, anyone who's listened to any like pop music at the turn of the century will understand 18s and their impact.
they were my introduction to ABBA music because they did ABBA covers.
Mhm.
Also, their cover of "I Can't Help Falling in Love" from the Lilo and Stitch soundtrack, life changing.
That
Um,
raised me. That song particularly raised me among all of their discography.
Upside down, bouncing off the ceilings, inside out, dancing to this feeling. Got no clue what I should do. I'll go crazy if I can't get next to you.
Exactly, Augusto.
Poetry. But let's talk about the artist competing.
Hmm.
Enough about 18s. So we have Adam Woods with Supernatural, Samir and Victor, my beloved boys. I'm so happy to
Welcome
see them
back.
back. And they'll be singing Hellevarden Vantar. Then we have Melina Berglov with Mean Melody, Elsa Lindstrom with Forever Yours, Lisa Ajax, happy to see her back with Awful Liar, and then Smash to Pieces with Heroes Are Calling. Also, happy to see them back.
Is there anyone you anticipate?
Samir and Victor, Samir and Victor, Samir and Victor. I love them. I love them so much. I
Mhm.
know that they're going to bring something fun because they always bring something fun. And I
Every
always root
time.
for them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's always a jam. It's always a bop. Oh my gosh! Last time Sweden hosted when they Melfest 2016 also was one of the best national finals ever. Baranakna, if anyone remembers that, bop for the ages, a bop for the ages. And every time they've come back to Melfest, it's always been a really solid party track. But it has a significant Swedish flavor whenever they do it. It
And
feels like it's from Sweden.
they always qualify for the final too.
Hmm.
So high hopes. Shuffler, banger. Absolute
Shuffla, oh
banger.
my gosh. I'm surprised that actually didn't win. I'm really honestly surprised it didn't win.
Yeah, Shuffle was amazing. So each year they
Mhm.
get better. Lisa Ajax, growing up, love to see her back. Congratulations on the pregnancy, homegirl.
Yay!
Yeah, no, like happy to see her back. Yeah,
Lisa,
no,
I have to say, is she is probably one of the most diverse artists in Melody Festivalen because you can have kind of like anthemic pop, kind of like My Heart Wants Me Dead that she had in 2016. You can have a pop ballad that's kind of like heartfelt, like she did 2019 with Torn. You can have an H&M song like I Don't Give a, or you could have or you can have that Swedish number that I really disliked. But the point is she always goes for something different. So I'm excited because she never really sticks within the same mold. Like who's that one? Victor Crone stays singing the same song. I
yeah, he
don't see
does.
I don't see that with Lisa Ajax, and I'm really excited for her to come back. And again, congratulations on the pregnancy.
Yeah, we love it. Then we also have I don't know. I'm excited. I'm ready
Smash It
for
to
all this to
Pieces
kick in.
got second place last year.
They did,
Hey
didn't they?
guys, what's up? If you're watching the stream, hi, I'm Jordan.
That's so that's shady. That's shady. That is so shady. Um, yeah, no, yeah, this week I'm ready for Melfest to kick off. Next week I'm ready, like I'm just ready to go for Melfest.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, we'll see what happens, and we'll get like the snippets on Tuesday, so we'll see what I like the most of those.
Hmm.
I'm excited. So let's go ahead and talk about Latvia, not Latvia. Oh my God, Lithuania.
Yeah, we like the Chuto Tuto country. The uh the country that suddenly made me crave carrots all of a sudden. So
God.
Lithuania, you guys, had the third heat in their national selection. We saw 8 songs perform, and among them, the two qualifiers. I'm still really confused by this whole format, but the two qualifiers were Shower singing Impossible and Pluie de Comet with the song Be Careful.
I thought, okay, yeah, yeah.
I kind of grieve this heat. I'm kind of grieving this heat because I lost my favorite song in this heat. Angela with Paskuvek, that is my favorite record in Lithuania so far, and it got snubbed. Snubbed. It's sad, but you know what? We work, we move, we hustle. What are your thoughts, Lily? I got to stop talking about this.
I'm muted, sorry. I feel like it was just disappointing. Um, for me, this was the worst heat so far because I think the bar was set really high for the first two heats.
Hmm.
Like this is back to like a usual typical Lithuanian national final heat.
Hmm.
I don't really have strong feelings about anything that competed yesterday from Lithuania.
Hmm.
Uh, I kind of like that one was it Vajos Baltos because it was just
Baltus
so
Varnos.
bizarre. Yes, Baltos Varnos. It was just really odd.
Hmm.
But I was into it at the same time, so we'll see.
I felt bad for a couple of performers because they just kind of looked like they had the light scared out of them. Like
Yeah.
Sid Hollow, it's just like, oh, you look like uh, it's just like who has done this to their poor wedding server?
He's got to sing. He's the little brother whose sister's getting married, and he wanted to sing a song for her.
Yeah, but he has to go back to the kitchen because no one else is running those plates. Like the
No,
entree is getting cold.
no, you reminded me of who sang that song for Norway? Silent Storm.
Carl
Who's singing?
Espen.
It was giving Carl Espen, who just looked terrified on the stage. Like, just
Yeah.
like, I don't want to be here. But he still sounded good, you
Yeah.
know? I
Well, that was a
just,
simple ballad. It's
yeah.
okay to have that face when you have a simple ballad. I think with Sid Hollow's song, it was supposed to be like really big and impactful, soulful, and he looked scared. But I'm not here. I'm not here to basically bully the last place of that
Well,
heat.
I don't think he
He did
deserved
his
the
best.
last place. I don't
He
think
did
he
his best,
deserved
and
it.
yeah, like I honestly preferred that song to the qualifier. I prefer that
Same.
song to the qualifier.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I liked it. I don't think he deserved last place at all.
Mm-mm.
Shower, on the other hand,
I that was dire. I did not understand that. Maybe when we get to the final, then it might click or something. I doubt it though. Really doubt it.
yeah. I'm just looking to see who's coming up next weekend. No one I'm really excited for next week either.
Okay, I want to take a look at next week really quick. So Heat 4, Monica Maria.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, Monica trilogy. That needs to happen just to save the world. Second, Monica Maria, you guys. So Light On, Criminal, uh, When You Need, or whatever that song was called, the last one that she did that sounded like a Ford commercial. That was also pretty good.
Awful, terrible, a mess.
Oh, you hated it, didn't you?
I could not stand it. Anything that makes me think of a car commercial, I immediately put like last, like Apollo, by
Which that's evil because that was my winner.
it's a bad song. I don't know what to tell you. It deserved to knock. The first time I heard it, I was like, oh, this isn't gonna qualify. So hey.
I mean, I like. I disagree. I think it was the dress and the stage that made it not qualify. As a song, it would have made it because 2017 was just basura, garbage.
I'm sorry,
Dishe.
but Croatia, Lighthouse by Nina, that song managed to qualify, and that dress was worse.
I also like that song, but I as we all know, I tend to like non-qualifiers just in
Yeah.
general. But yeah, week 5 is what I'm excited just for Queens of Roses. Their 2022 song "Washing Machine" was honestly iconic. Washing
Oh,
Machine was iconic.
she was wild.
Yeah.
I just like number one, I was like, we have a song called Washing Machine. What's happening? Yeah, no, absolutely wild there. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. We've got
I know y'all hear that commentary.
that was Rue. Sorry about her. She's loud. So let's go ahead and go on to the next bit. We've got Melody Grand Prix results. So our qualifiers from last night were I had them pulled up and then I let them drop. It was Anne Princess, Kaido, of course, we all saw that coming, and then Mia with Green Lights. So those were the qualifiers. Um,
I have thoughts.
I know. What were your thoughts?
So Norway, this is starting to get a little sketchy looking how the three last songs who compete in every heat are the ones to qualify. I don't know what's specifically causing that, but it's starting to look kind of odd. Um, the three qualifiers were the ones that made sense.
Yeah.
Kano had a very cohesive, good performance. They brought the same energy that they have always done for 6 years. And yeah, like they nailed that Lego movie song. Um, and Princess Save Me, that was art. That was like sleek kind of Scandinavian pop that
Yeah.
was paired well with like more of like a muted color scheme and a lot of good choreography. I was invested. I'm really glad she qualified because yeah, not often do we get this kind of sound in the Norwegian final. Very nicely done. Mia with Green Lights, that was the best record in the heat for me. I
Yeah.
was really impacted by that, and I loved the song going into it. She did seem just slightly nervous, but she wasn't off. Like I think with just a week left, she can get over those nerves and really, really nail it because that was something extremely special. I'm really, really happy we have that song.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that these are the three I would have put through. Maybe Myrrh I would have
Same.
put through. Yeah, I probably would have taken Myrrh over Kaino, to be honest. I'm kind of just tired of Kaino.
I would have taken Waltz of Death over Kaino.
Yeah, like I'm just kind of tired of the same thing every time. And
I
like
really want them to write different kind of music. I want them to take a different route because I have a feeling. Okay, Monument was slightly different,
yeah,
slightly, but ever since then, like, what was that record, Black Leather, or it's just like their other songs that they've put out are just kind of a synthesis of what Spirit in the Sky did, and
yeah.
it feels derivative. It's
It
they're
I had
pastiching themselves.
it feels like the worst tracks from Aqua.
Oh no, that is so sad, but you're right.
It's giving Aqua. I'm done. I'm not
Aqua B side.
interested. I just feel like a lot of the Eurovision fandom hypes them up because they really like Kaino. And so they can literally show up with anything. Like the fan that would be like, oh, they should win.
I love
Are we
Kano,
listening
but
to the
I
same
do think
songs?
they just chase the high of the audience applause because every time like the audience is like cheering for them, they're just so happy. It might honestly just be for that. Which I mean, like, hey, I I can name a litany of Southeast Asian artists from like the 70s who have written more or less the same song over the course of their entire careers, but that was because that there was no like music industry. Uh, it's yeah,
Have
I
you ever
really
listened to
wanted to
Cambodian
like
pop music from the 60s?
yes. Oh my God, I have actually.
It hits. It's good. Yeah,
It's
sorry.
good.
Um,
Like
no.
like
I just
Sosithea or whatever her name was, like a Cambodian rock musician who unfortunately died in the Khmer Rouge. Yeah,
yeah.
very, very good.
No, they had some great music back in the 60s and stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, I just because you said Southeast Asian, I'm like, oh, let's talk about that for a second.
Hmm.
Honestly, yeah. But the three of them will be joining our already selected artist that we had
We have the
previously.
final. We have the final now. Oh my
So
goodness.
our artists in the final are the three that we already mentioned who qualified from semi 3, then Dag Erik Oxfold and Anna Fagermo got the Goth Minister, Ingrid Jasmine, I'm sorry, Margaret Berger, and Super Rob and Erica Norwich. So let's just, because we're kind of getting short on time here, do you want to just say who your favorite is? We'll kind of do it this
Yes.
way. Just choose one.
So my favorite is Gote with Ulvaham. And I say that because as soon as I saw it, it was ready for Eurovision. As soon as
Yeah,
I
we're
heard it,
done.
it was ready for
Agreed.
Eurovision. Done. It's
Agreed.
done.
100%. Excellent.
And if
By far the
if
best
this
one here.
wins, it's at my top. Like
Yeah.
it'll be my number one if this wins in Norway.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. No, 100%. I saw something about NRK was saying they had to change up the entry
Yeah, they had to
because the
change the
lyrics
lyrics.
are based on a 1,000-year-old medieval ballad. Honestly, it doesn't bother me. I'm going to say this real quick because I feel like this is something, because the same kind of thing happened in Shoe, like the original version of Shoe. I'm okay. What does that say?
Um.
Public
Okay.
domain, bitch. Yeah, no, for real. For real, though.
Yeah.
For real. I feel like if something's based off of a folk tune, who cares?
Who gives a damn?
It's different enough. Like,
Also, it's like 1,000 years old, isn't it?
yeah.
Is someone gonna sue?
Yeah, like what's gonna happen? I feel like because with Shroom is like the melody of Shroom is based off of a Ukrainian folk song, which
Mhm.
like with the first Shroom that came out, which
Yeah.
I'm okay with. Like I'm perfectly fine with using public domain melodies. Like fucking
Mhm.
swear, sorry. Um Seal, Kiss from the Rose, right?
Mhm.
Banger, one of the best songs in the 90s. Also based off of a medieval folk song. Who cares? Who
Mhm.
cares? But yeah, that's just how I feel about that.
Yeah, and it's also really bizarre that they did this like a week before the final. That also just feels it's it feels like a hit in the gut, honestly.
Honestly, though, if Norway does not want to win Eurovision, I'm okay with that. Oslo is expensive. Bergen is expensive. I'm tired of being in Scandinavia. It costs too much money to go. If they
Mhm.
want to take themselves out, they could take themselves out.
Exactly. So we're hoping for Gotha. We're hoping for Gotha for the
Yeah.
sake of the Norwegian ticket. But when it comes to Oslo, odds are none of us here at Eurovision fam are going to be able to make it.
Yeah.
At least on the ground with this prediction. But yeah,
Yeah.
those are that is Norway.
Yeah. 100% agreed. Agreed.
Hmm.
So that's that as far as Norway goes. I guess we're gonna short on time. We're gonna skip Latvia. Oh my god, I keep mixing up Latvia, Lithuania.
Let's see
We're gonna skip
what's going to be
Latvia.
happening next week.
MESC starts like the
Yes! Oh
final,
my
which I'm
gosh!
looking at this like 6 days of MESC. So basically, the structure is nights 1, 2, and 3 are going to be interviews with the artists. Then we're going to have the music videos on night 4, which I'm very curious about. Basically, those songs were demos when we last heard them.
Hmm.
I want to hear what they're going to sound like in their final version. I'm excited for that.
I saw a recap of the music videos, and they all take place in the same warehouse.
Okay, and
No, I'm just putting it out there. Love, all love.
I mean, let's be honest. Remember when like the Czech Republic basically just rented an Airbnb and gave everyone an iPhone to make their music videos with, and it was still one of the strongest national
Yeah.
finals?
You go to the bathroom, you go to the master bedroom, and like all that. It was all in a single Airbnb.
You
Yeah.
go to the kitchen like the guy who was just making eggs.
Yeah.
That was my favorite song. Um, no, like yeah, and then Nostalgia Night, which I guess can be like
Oh,
covers.
like I'm guessing Maltese and Italian Eurovision hits
I
is what
mean,
I'm thinking.
honestly, I'm down
Go
with
for
it.
it.
I'm
Go for it.
down. I'm
Like
down.
some like 90s Maltese ballads. Say less.
If I
Say
do not
less.
see Kiara, I'm gonna be upset.
I'll be your angel. Yeah,
I
seriously.
better see her.
Hmm.
Okay. And then we have lastly the final.
Hmm.
I don't know what Malta was thinking as to why they needed 6 nights. Um, let them do their thing. But do you
Yeah.
want to kind of just like pick a song that you would like to see go through? I feel like our favorite is the same.
Oh, oh, I'd be quite surprised. Okay, so my favorite to go through, hopefully to win in Malta, is Lisa Got You with Breathe.
Okay, no, never mind. We don't have the same
It's
favorite.
like a Jordan Sparksy ballad, and you know me, it's like as soon as I see that Maltese beach with the rocks and the clouds, you know when they do that, like I'm
Yeah.
already invested, and not to mention it. I love the song. It's a basic ballad, but it speaks to me. It's for me. Anyways, what's yours?
And she's a great singer. I like
Mhm.
Urba Serena still.
Yeah, that's
I'm
still
really
it's a
into
bop,
that. And
bop for
again,
days.
it would be another good week for witches.
Hmm.
Like I think it's also something we haven't really seen from Malta before.
Mm-mm. It's a very playful angle that they never really adopt. And although last year had a playful song, this is mostly like I feel like this one is more of a song than a visual spectacle. Because last year I feel like was more visual than it was a song.
Yeah. Real quick, I'm just gonna highlight a comment here. Thoughts on PCE songs. I
I've not
haven't
heard
touched
I
PCE.
haven't we haven't heard any of that yet. Next week or maybe the week after we that could be part of our coverage. But yeah,
Yeah.
we did not get to that yet.
We're trying to keep things. There's so much stuff happening now.
Yeah,
We're
I
trying
mean
to
you
keep
could tell
things
us like what you think of PZE so far.
like you're trying to keep things like kind of limited to when they're about to happen.
Hmm.
Just because it's a lot stuff we have to cover.
Yeah.
Because we're in the busy
Throw
part of the
your thoughts
season.
our way though, for sure.
Yeah. I haven't touched PZE.
Neither
I've
have I.
also been sick, so like I didn't even watch Melody Grand Prix live last night. I watched it like back later. And I only really watched Luxembourg live because I was live tweeting it on our Eurovision Twitter account.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm just kind of like, let me see here.
Malta. So I think would Spain and Ukraine also be next week?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Spain and Ukraine
Yes.
now. Let's talk about Ukraine first. Kind of like
Mhm.
just pick our favorite. To
Yeah.
remind you all, our competitors are Yak Tak with La La La, Ingrid with Keeper, Nazva with Slavic English, Anka with Palala, Drevo with Endless Chain, Aliona and Jerry Heil with Teresa and Maria, Meloven with Dreamer, Skylar with Time is Running Out, Zephablat with Place I Call Home, Yagori with Tsunamiya, and then Nahaba with Glass.
Okay, nice. What's your favorite?
Yagori Tsunamiya.
Mm.
Um, I just really like the kind of like that choral, that like Slavic choral sound a lot.
Oh,
Uh,
coral. I thought you meant coral, Coral, and I was like, what do
oh
you
no,
mean?
no, I really like that choral
Chorus, choral.
sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I really like how that goes. Um, it's kind of like probably why it's my favorite, just sonically speaking.
Hmm.
I'm also partial to Teresa and Maria now. It's really grown on me since the first time I listened to it.
Hmm.
I went into this thinking that was going to be my favorite by far. Unfortunately, it wasn't, but I think that like Ukraine has options.
Hmm. Yeah. So I do agree with the Teresa and Maria and how that has grown on me tremendously, and it might be my favorite, but I also do have a slash favorite, Glass by Nahaba. It's just
It's
so
interesting.
it's so interesting. It sounds like just pure emotion, and I have a feeling by the time the show actually happens that is actually going to be my winner. At the moment, though, I do hold Jerry Heil Aliona like a hair above, and that's only because the studio cut is just so clean, so well done.
Yeah. No, honestly, like did you read what Glass was about?
No, I haven't yet.
Okay, basically, when you say pure emotion, when
Hmm.
you know what the song's about, it makes everything kind of click in a sense. It's about the strain in the relationship between the two artists that make up the group.
Hmm.
They're like a couple. And it's
Interesting.
basically about the strain that was kind of put on the relationship when he went off to war.
Oh gosh.
And like you hear, like
Okay.
when you know that backstory, it means that it elevates the song more, doesn't it?
Wow. Interesting. Okay, I have to look over those lyrics, but I'm really looking forward to that, and that might be my winner in Ukraine when
Yeah,
the live show happens.
yeah, love it. I think it's fantastic. Georges
Hmm.
Papadopoulos says my favorites are Jerry Heil and Alona,
Palala,
Milovan,
palala, palala. That's
and
also a
La La
bop.
La. Yeah, it's a bop.
Hmm.
Honestly, I've been wanting Alona at Eurovision. I'm sorry, at Benidorm Fat. Oh my gosh, at
Can you
Vidbeer
imagine?
for like years now. I'm very happy to see she's going to be at Vidbeer.
Uh huh. And they might actually do it.
Uh, is this in regard to Vidbeer? Vanya Lubic says I think it's our strongest selection so far. I
Nice.
feel like Ukraine's always one of our strongest selections of the year, but
I mean, it's always diverse. They always aim for diversity, and that's how you make a good selection. Period.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
the producers just know how to select. I'm really sad though. Okay, one last thing about Ukraine. I'm really sad that we didn't have Carpet Man and Parfenyuk in the final because Sedavitriv and Endless Fight I thought would have been perfect entries for Ukraine. But yeah,
yeah. Okay, and then let's talk about Benidorm Fest.
yes, we have the semis.
We got the semis and the final
I'll read
all
those
next
off for
week.
you guys.
Oh my gosh.
So semifinal
Um,
one
yeah.
is comprised of Lerica singing Astronauta, Noan with Te Echo de Menos, Sofia Cole with Here to Stay, Mantra with Me Vas a Ver, Miss Caffeina, check out the interview, singing Blah Blah Blah, Kikanitza with Prisionero, Angie Fernandez with Sekian Soy, and Nebulosa with Zorra. Semifinal 2 is comprised of Maria Pelay with Remitente, De La Cruz singing Beso en la Mañana, Marlena with Amo de Verano, Santo Pedro with Dos Extraños, Cuarteto de Cuerda, Jorge Gonzalez with Caliente, Yolisa singing No Se Me Olvida, Roger Padros singing El Temps, and finally Almacor with Brios Platino.
Check out that
Oh,
interview
Benidorm.
too.
Oh, Benidorm.
And check out
I
the
love
interview he gave
Benidorm
with
this year. It's so
Roger.
good.
Yeah. It's a good
But like we do have to pick a favorite because that is happening. That is happening. It's literally going to be happening. So
I'm
talk to me.
sorry.
Talk to me.
Dogs. I muted because dogs.
Oh, that's all
Um
right.
I think I made it clear what my favorite entry at Benidorm Fest is, and I think it could win Eurovision.
Is it the most suavecito entry? Because I think it's the most suave one.
Suave is smooth, right?
Yeah.
Babe, my coworkers make fun of me the way I pronounce Spanish constantly. They're just like, what is that? I'm like, I'm
You have a
sorry.
Germanized tongue. It's okay. Just accept it.
I'm not good at Spanish. I don't have to tell you people. Um,
That's fine.
sorry. I'm gonna try to pronounce this nicely. Dos extranos sueteto de cruda by Saint Pedro.
Excellent
Would it be
song.
Santa Pedro? I don't know.
I kind of switch between the two. I have not heard him actually verbalize it on his own. So by the time I hear that, then I'm gonna stick to that. But
Yeah.
yeah, this oh gosh, what a record. What a song.
That's right. Yeah, no, it's by
Mm.
far my favorite entry. I'm seeing love for it in the chat. Grab the one, please, from Peter Hadich.
What
Augusta
if a ballad
Dominguez,
wins a
St.
Benidorm, you
Pedro.
guys?
Honestly, it's
What
by
if a
far
ballad?
it could win Eurovision. It
It
could win
could.
Eurovision.
It legitimately could. It could. And can you imagine if we go to Spain for that reason? Amor. It's just so refined. It's so delicate. It's so well constructed, but it's so simple is the thing.
Yeah.
You don't because like I feel like this year we're gonna get a lot of like maximalism. There's gonna be a
Yeah.
lot of just kind of like in your face, paying attention the whole time, a lot of like multiple signals. This song is just a simple Spanish love song with a memorable melody.
Honestly, it's giving Amor Pelas Deutsch.
It
It's
is.
like
It completely is.
just like it's simple and like it's just so simple. Like I don't know to say that it's simple. It's like I typically like songs I listen to more than one time to understand everything that's happening in the song. I
Yeah.
like a busy track. I like it when I'm like, okay, what's going on at this point? Why did we add horns here? Why do we do this? I love it when a song does that.
Mhm.
But if a song is just simply good, I also love that. I love this. This is again, it could win. Like I really do think this could win Eurovision.
And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and agree with you. That is also my favorite. It's ready. It's ready, is all I can say. We need the live. We need to see the
Yeah.
live to make the official determination, but I think it's ready.
Also, that music video,
I mean,
gorgeous.
I kind of have a crush on Santa Pedro now. I don't know. I don't
Okay, you
know.
always
Like,
get somebody you have a little crush on. Let's be
but
honest.
but I mean, like being serenaded is a huge thing. Okay, I'm so easily serenaded.
Yeah.
Augusto says it's so classy and thoughtful and ethereal. I think we kind of need that at Eurovision. Yes, because I think Malmo is going to be maximalizing.
Yeah.
I think so.
Keep it simple, stupid. Like just
keep it simple, stupid.
have you never heard that?
No, I have. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm usually a maximalist bitch, but lately, well, when it comes to the song, I keep it simple, stupid. It doesn't need a lot. The staging doesn't need a lot. It's just a good song.
You don't even need staging. You don't need you really only just need a guitar for him and it's ready.
Okay.
Augustus also says some of the folks that work with Rosalia in her earlier days are behind Santa Pedro's music video, and that music video is serving. That explains the vision that I saw with the music video. I could see how the directors for Rosalia like adhered to that. It's good. It's really good.
Yeah. So that's our stream for the day. Quite a lot to get through. Next week, Melfest begins. We'll have 3 more songs. No, we'll have 4 more songs. Yeah, we'll know what Malta, Ukraine, Spain, and Norway are sending.
No pressure.
I know, right?
No pressure. Just potentially could be receiving the winner. But
the season's just kind of like heating up. Watch it be like we end up getting like San Pedro and Spain and like got the Norway, and then we have to choose.
If that happens, then I'm gonna celebrate by conventional Californian means.
Okay. So yeah, thank you so much for joining our stream. If you enjoyed the stream, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. We'll be back next week, same time, same place, talking about more Eurovision stuff. Don't forget to go to EurovisionFam.com, our awesome, super cool website. I have links in the description box to all the articles and things, so you can definitely go ahead and check those out. Also, what else I need to say? Yeah, that's about it, I think. So thank you guys so much. Oh, don't forget, if you're subscribed, you're gonna see lots of things in the community tab. There should be another poll coming out and some more little
Vote.
goodies.
Vote,
Yeah.
vote in the polls.
Yeah, so we can like say what you guys think, because yeah. Thank you all so much, and we will see you again next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.
I'm like waving, but then I realized I have to use my hand. Let me not drop that. How about that? All right, end stream.
End the stream.